What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So looking at yesterday's picks, I did give you guys this slip for free in yesterday's video. We had Pascal Siakam, SGA, and then Caruso, which cashed us out. You could have played Siakam points. I gave that to you guys as well, which he cashed 18.5 line. Could have had Caruso at 7.5 points, which I gave you guys that. He could have cashed. So a lot of things you guys could have done to cash. This slip, 250 for 517, did win. Now, baseball on the free picks yesterday did not go the way that I wanted. We went 3-0 on, or 4-0 on NBA in our free picks, and then 0-3 on the baseball plays. Robbie Ray got hammered in Colorado, which is that's I'm telling you guys, Coors Field is so hard to pitch at for these away teams that even a really good pitcher like Robbie Ray can sometimes get lit up, and he did. He only pitched 4 innings. It is what it is. Obviously, that means he sold our pitcher win. The Giants did end up winning. I will show you guys. I did have a round robin. Let me see if I can find it. None of them are going to show all of them. But anyways, I had the round robin for the Astros, the Mets, and then I had the Giants. So it cashed us out. So that's 50 to win 110 for the 3-man. Then we had 75 to win 78 for 2 of the 3. 75 to win 110. And then 75 to win 86. So profit about $300, $400 on that round robin, which is nice off of $75 slips. We had Quantrill, Lodolo, and Swellenbach who cashed us out. Then we had Cruz and Wu who cashed us out. And then we had Chad Patrick and Paige Bueckers who cashed us out as well. So that was $100 to win $275. So yesterday could have been better. We had some a rough day with Bubic and Robbie Ray, a couple of players that I really had a lot of confidence in that ended up killing us. But hopefully we can have a better day on baseball today. Baseball is the only thing that we have to pretty much look at today in this video. No WNBA, no NBA. So hopefully we can have a good one on that, because baseball's been one of our it's been doing really good so far this season. Yesterday just seemed to be one of those days that it just didn't pan out the way I had intended. But anyways, guys, if you do want to get all of our plays, we got more money lines coming today. Join our Discord server. Link is down in the description. You can also come and get all of our VIP plays on our WAP. $10 a week or $25 a month. You get every single play that we post. So it's less than $1 a day if you guys go this route. Now, you can get a free month if you sign up for any partnered app. Those apps include Parlay Play, Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Better, NOVIG, Dabble. If you sign up for any of those apps with our code, make the minimum deposit, we'll get you added for a free month for each one you sign up for. So you can get up to 7 full months for free. Highly recommend you guys give that a try and come join us in the community. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I posted an NBA video yesterday, and it couldn't even get 250 likes. So usually I wouldn't pick a winner, but since baseball didn't do that well, I'm going to pick a winner anyway from yesterday's video. But let me tell you guys, if we can't get 250 on this video, tomorrow's video, I'm not giving away free VIP, because I know you guys can get 250. Half the time you guys get 400 to 500, and then 250 sometimes just ends up being a little bit too low, which I dropped the like count anyway yesterday. But anyways, beside the point. Going to pick our winner from yesterday. Drop a like and leave a comment on this video for a chance at free VIP and get us to 250 likes. So, all right, bro or gal, I'm not even going to lie. I am not going to try to pronounce this name, because you guys will have me looking worse than I already do on my pronunciation. So I'm just going to call you AK. So AK. AK, all right, yeah. Okay, AK. We're going with AK. I'm not even going to try to use my to sound that one out. But Hard Rock doesn't allow pitcher wins or competition from other sportsbook cry emoji. So I don't know what state you're in, man. I'm assuming Florida maybe, but you can, instead of Hard Rock, you can use Bovada as well. So Bovada does allow you to you do pitcher wins on some props. They're not going to do it on every game. For example, they did have Robbie Ray available yesterday, but they didn't have not Senga, but the Mets pitcher, whoever, I can't remember who it was, Peterson. They didn't have Peterson, but they had Robbie Ray. So if you want to try other platforms, then you could do that as well. Hard Rock, I'm going to apologize on that. I'm not sure what you mean about or competition from other sports books, but in terms of pitcher wins, yes, you could use another platform such as Bovada, or I think Chalkboard's available in most states. So maybe Chalkboard if you guys have Chalkboard. But anyways, AK, send me a message on Discord. I will get you added for that free month. And let's take a look at today's slate, guys. So we got kind of a smallish slate. I'm not going to lie. What is this? 8-game slate? I know that's kind of large, but for baseball, it's actually a smaller slate. Not a whole lot. A lot of teams not playing today. Excuse me for my yawn. Still kind of early for your boy. Stayed up a little later. My sleep schedule's all screwed up. I need to fix that bad. But anyways, looking at this, obviously, Nationals, Mets, Rangers, Twins, Giants, Rockies. I'm not going to go through every single game. But anyways, I got 4 props for you guys that I really, really like. I got free slips for you guys that I really like. And I'm hoping we have a nice little cashing day today for you. So let's jump into our first 2 plays. So I have 2 pitching outs plays. I have my favorite pitcher win of the day. And then I have an actual hit, run, and RBI play because I know a lot of people have been asking for hitter props. I'm going to give you my favorite hitter prop of the day. And this is not Aaron Judge. I know Aaron Judge is probably one of them that a lot of people are going to take. But this is not for Judge. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into pick number 1. So for the first pick of the day that I like, it's going to be for our man Kodai Senga. We're taking the Mets pitcher, Senga, going against Washington to go over 17.5 pitching out. So I'm betting on Senga to go 6 innings. If you look at Senga over his last 10, he's only cashed at 60%. On the season, he's only cashed at 50% of games. So 6 of 12 games on the season, he has went 6 innings. And there's a lot of games, or a couple of games here we had 17. A couple of games where he only went to 5th inning. He is averaging 91 pitches per game. But I want you guys to look at where he started this season at 70 pitches, 80, 80, 80, and then he's up to 100. So he has a long leash. He's getting 100 pitches a game right now for the most part. He just pitched 109 pitches in Colorado. So can't count Senga out right now. He's gonna have every opportunity. Unless he's getting lit up, then he's gonna stay in for 6 innings. So let's take a look at Senga and what they're going against. So they're going against the Washington Nationals. Nationals versus the right-handed pitcher. Not a good offense at all. 242 batting average, which is the bottom 10 offense. A 311 on-base percentage, which is a bottom 5 offense. A 712 OPS, which is a little bit middle of the pack, so they do have a little bit of some sluggers. But overall, man, Senga hasn't pitched terrible this season. He actually has pitched really, really well. Looking at him on the season so far, he's 6-3 with a 159 ERA and a 118 WHIP. So he's actually been dealing this season. Looking at his pitching outs, you wouldn't know that completely because he does struggle to get out of some of these innings. He seems to have a slow start from what I've noticed, but hopefully that doesn't happen today versus this Washington team. And versus Washington, he does have one game where he had a 3 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP. So if you come down there to head-to-head, he had one game this season back on April 25th. He pitched a full 6 innings with 96 pitches. So I'm expecting a similar performance tonight. Hopefully has a lower WHIP than he did. I'm going to pull Senga up on RotoWire right now. And we're going to take a look at how this Washington lineup fares versus the Mets. So Kodai Senga, scroll down. You can take a look. Every single batter except for one has seen Senga before. So you got 6 at-bats and 3 hits. 3-1, 6-1, 8-2, 3-0, 0-0, 6-0, 2-1, 2-1. So a 145 OPS or a 1.45 OPS, 0.6, 0.5, 0.9. Then you got 1 and 1 and 2 at-bats just with 1 hit. One of them had an RBI. So not amazing in terms of what I want to see for Senga. There is a couple of numbers that are a little bit high, but the guys with like Tennant and Young, who only have 2 at-bats and got 1 hit, that gives them a 1 OPS. If those were zeros, this would look a whole lot better, but since they're a 1, it makes it look a little bit scary, but there's not much scary, but it's not a lot of data to go by, guys. So I don't let that 2 at-bats and 1 hit bother me. They're not home runs or anything. It's an RBI for one of them, and one of them was just a regular hit. But regardless, I like Senga tonight. Like I said, he's been a really good pitcher so far this season, and going against a mediocre offense, it's hard not to take him to go 6 innings. So that's going to be the first pick of the day. You can get it on Prizepicks. You can get it over here on Parlay Play if you want as well. I locked it in on Prizepicks. Well, let's find Senga. So it's a 1.4x payout. It should be close to a double up. You can get it on Prizepicks, like I said. So not hits allowed, but pitching outs, Senga 17.5. That's going to be our first pick of the day. So jumping into our second pitching out play of the day. This is going to make our first slip. We're going to pair these together. It's going to be for our man Sonny Gray. So I'm taking Gray for the Cardinals. The Cardinals playing against the Brewers tonight. And I'm taking them over 17.5 pitching outs as well. So the 2 pitching out props I got, Sonny Gray has cashed just 8 of his last 10, 9 of 13 games on the season. So his last 6 games, he's cashed 5 of his last 6. With 2 games going 7 innings. He has 3 games this season where he pitched a full 7, averaging 88 pitches per game. He doesn't have a super long leash, but he gets around 90, 95 pitches if he needs them. Some of these games he's going to go 6 innings with less than 90 pitches, which is absolutely really good. Looking at this Brewers offense. So the Milwaukee Brewers versus the right-handed pitcher. Not a very good offense at all. Pretty much bottom 10 in every single category. If you look at their batting average, it's a 232, which is a bottom 5 offense. Their on-base percentage is a 22, or a 313, which is 22nd, which is bottom 10 offense. Their OPS is a 679, which is a bottom 5 offense on slug potential. So not a lot of sluggers, not a lot of people that get on base very often, and they're just struggling so far. So let's look at Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray is 7-1 on the season, so he's been absolutely dominant. 3.35 ERA. And then a 1.13 whip. So he's actually been dealing again. Looking at Milwaukee versus Milwaukee, he does have a 4.5 ERA with a 167 whip. Head-to-head, he has 4 games versus Milwaukee, and he cashed this line 3 of those 4 games. Looking at him this season, he has 1 game. He pitched 6 innings. Other than that, he's been pitching really well. Gosh, dude, why am I yawning so much? Versus Milwaukee. Sorry, man. I apologize for this. But anyways, Gray has been killing it this season. I don't think he's going to go under 8 or under 6 innings unless he's going to have a really bad inning for that to happen, in my opinion. So taking a look at Sonny Gray versus the Brewers. Let's find that one. So we're going to click Sonny Gray here. We're going to look at this Brewers lineup versus Sonny Gray and see what we got here. So a lot more data versus Gray than we had versus most pitchers that we look up. So let's take a look here. So looking at their starting 3, 11 at-bats, 4 hits, 8-3, 8-3. 24 at-bats for Yelich, 6 hits, 18, 5, 0-0, 10-0, 2-1, 9-2. So that gives us an 871 OPS of 1, an 819, 899, 833, 1.5, 9.67. Based off of this, it doesn't look that good. Anything over like an 800 is getting a little bit high there, and over a 1 is actually insanely high. But looking at what we got here, you got what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the 9 on the list that are higher than an 800, which looks rough. It does, but you also got to look at walks here. Like Yelich has 4 walks, just brings his up a lot. 1 walk brings that up. 1 walk. Walks do bring this up right here, and you can look at the strikeouts here as well. A lot of them get struck out a lot. So for me, the Brewers' offense just isn't scary enough for me to think that Sonny Gray is not going to have a good game tonight. So that's my opinion on it. If you want to take the opposite, you're more than welcome. But I've already locked him in, and I'm going to pull this slip up for you guys right here. So we got Senga and Gray, $100 to win 200. A nice little double up on Prizepicks. We'll check it to make sure it's still a double up. It is still a 2x on Prizepicks. If you lock it in on Parlay Play, it says 2.08x, but Parlay Play did give me a little boost, so I got like a $10 free boost. So if you guys check, watch, I can't lock this in for $75. See, $10 max on this entry. So I'm going to lock this in for $10 just to see what that play is legit without the boost. So let's take a look here without the boost. We got Senga, then we got Sonny Gray, and it ends up being a 1.89x. So your value is better to play on Prizepicks. No point to playing on Parlay Play at this point. But Parlay Play does have a lot of other things like promos. They do have some hits allowed and stuff that we could go through. But for this this specific slip, we're locking in on Prizepicks for sure with a 2x, a 0.1 higher, and yeah, more people probably have Prizepicks anyway, so it just works out for you guys. But anyways, that is going to be our first slip of the day, our first 2 player props. For our next play, I am going to come over here and I'm going to give you guys my hits, run, RBI prop. Then we're going to go over my favorite pitcher win of the day. So my favorite hit, run, RBI prop is going to be for our man Juan Soto. So Mets batter going against Washington. Soraka is pitching for Washington. I'm taking him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. So let's look at Juan Soto over his last 10 games. He's cashed this in 7 of his last 10. He's cashed this in 58% of games on the season. If you look at his last 5, he's got 2 HRR in 5 of his last 6 or 4 of his last 5 games. His last 3 games, 6, 6, and 5. So he's on fire right now, head-to-head versus Washington. He's cashed it in 5 of 9 games, but he's cashed it in 4 straight. So look at him this season. 6 games, and he's cashed it in 5 of the 6 games this season. So he's been dominant versus this. And what I'm going to show you guys is Juan Soto versus this pitcher in Soraka. So I'm going to pull him up, Michael Soraka. We're going to come down here to the Juan Soto, and we're going to take a look. So Soto, 10 at-bats, 6 hits, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. He has a 1.9 OPS, and that's with 10 at-bats, which is insanely high. He has lit up Soraka in the past. I expect at least another hit run, RBI, or whatever. I expect him to catch this 1.5 for us. Maybe a home run. We can see if you wanted to play a home run prop. I don't hate this one, but obviously a home run is really, really hard to call. You got to get extremely lucky on those. But I do like Juan Soto to cash us out. So we're gonna come down here. We're gonna take a look at see if it shows pitch counts on here. What types of pitches that Juan Soto does well in. You can see what the pitch arsenal for Soraka. He throws a lot of fastballs and a lot of sliders. Juan Soto. So fastball. So he has a 466 on base average on a fastball, and if you go to slider, it's a 256. So Soto doesn't do well versus sliders, but he does very well versus a fastball. So if he gets lucky enough to get a fastball down the middle, we can go ahead and say that one's lights out. That's my opinion on this. Looking at sinkers, he don't throw very many sinkers, but it's a 250, and then versus a changeup, it is a 289. So a lot of this you have to take with a grain of salt. But looking at the fastball, it is a 466, which looks nice because, like I said, Soraka throws 44% of the pitches as a fastball. Now, he's probably going to obviously have done his research and realized Soto does really good versus fastball. So Soto probably won't get very many down the middle or anything like that. But it is what it is. If he gets one of them, that's all he needs. And I like Juan Soto to give us 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs as our pick of the day. And let's go ahead and pull this up. Soto. Hits, runs, RBIs to 1.7x, so a regular payout. If you play it on Prizepicks, I'm pretty sure it's higher than that. Yep, so it is higher than that. So this prop ends up being a 3.75x on Prizepicks and a 2.89x on Parlay Play. All right, Parlay Play, if you're watching this video, this is ridiculous. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Why would anybody play on your platform when they can play a 3.75x on Prizepicks and a 2.89 on Parlay Play? So this slip is definitely a Prizepicks slip unless it's flexed. No, if you insure it, yeah, it's just, yeah. Lock it in on Prizepicks, guys. No point in playing this one anywhere else. So Juan Soto is my third pick of the day and going to be our only hitter prop for today. Then jumping into our final play. This is going to be my pitcher win. You can get this for a 1.7x payout right now on Chalkboard. Highly recommend you guys sign up for Chalkboard. Use code FANTASYACES on Chalkboard to get a free month of VIP. But this play is going to be for our man Tarek Skubal. I like Tarek Skubal for Detroit to give us a pitcher win today versus Baltimore. So they're playing in Baltimore. They got beat yesterday. I think I played Mize for like a little bit yesterday just to sprinkle some. And they got beat. But Skubal is a different pitcher. So we're going to put him at 14.5 because for a pitcher win, you need 5 innings. So we're betting we just need Skubal to go 5 innings. If you look at his last 10 games, he's cashed at 10 of 10. If you look at him this season, he has pitched 5 innings in every game this season, 13 of 13, averaging 19 pitching outs per game. Head-to-head data, he went 6 innings versus Baltimore's last game. Looking at Baltimore, they have one of the worst offenses in the league, a 206 batting average, which is second to last, a 281 on-base percentage, which is bottom 5. Then they have a 564 OPS, which is dead last. So they are literally one of the worst offenses in the league right now, playing against one of the best pitchers. Looking at Tarek Skubal, he is 6-2 on the season. He has a 2.16 ERA, and he has a .82 WHIP. Skubal has been a beast. I do not see him not giving us a pitcher win tonight. If you look at his last 3 games, pitched a full game versus Cleveland, 7 innings versus Kansas City, and then 23 outs versus almost 8 full innings versus the Cubs in 3 straight games. That is insane. Versus Baltimore, 1-0, 0 runs given up, 16.5 strikeouts per 9 innings, and then 67 whip, 0.67 whip, which is absolutely insane. Now, there's not really much I need to pull up here. I'm going to pull up these batters versus Skubal, but you guys can already see why I like Skubal tonight. And he's pitching against Dean Kremer, which we'll go over here in just a second. But Skubal, we're going to scroll down. There's nothing in it. Nobody over a 700 in terms of OPS. A lot of them haven't seen him. Laureano had 15 at-bats with 2 hits. He does have a homer, which brings us up way higher. If it wasn't for that home run, that would be like a 0.2 probably. But regardless, Skubal is going to have a good game, and I really like this play. So locking him in, I'm going to pull up Dean Kremer just so you guys can see another reason why I like this. Because for a pitcher win, obviously the Detroit offense has to do well, and they're pitching against Kremer. Is Kremer an amazing pitcher? We're about to find out. So no, I don't think Kremer's an amazing pitcher. I think he's actually a pretty bad pitcher. He has a 4.98 ERA. He's 5-6 on the season. He has a 1.41 WHIP. If you look at him versus Detroit, he has a 7.94 ERA and a 141 WHIP. So doesn't strike out very many batters. He doesn't pitch 6 innings. He averages 91 pitches per game. He's gonna go 5 innings most likely, but he's probably gonna get lit up in those 5 innings. Head to head versus Detroit, he had they lost 0-7. First of all, that was in Detroit. But back earlier this season, he pitched almost a full 6 innings. But regardless, going against an offense that's mediocre. The Tigers' offense really aren't that good. It's bottom 10 in every category. 243 batting average, 314 OBP, and a 706 OPS. But compared to the Orioles, it's a really, really good offense. And then if you compare the pitchers are night and day. It's not even close. Got to lock them in. So that's why I like the schoolball pitcher win. Obviously, if you come down here and look at Detroit, they're minus 188 favorites. I like Detroit money line a lot in this one. If you guys don't want to play it, you don't have to. But if I'm giving you guys another free play, if you want to take Detroit money line at minus 188, I do like that play. So that's what I got for today, guys. Little recap of our plays. We got Kodai Senga over 17.5 pitching outs with Sonny Gray over 17.5 pitching outs. And then obviously I've got Juan Soto over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And then I paired that, or I haven't paired it with, but I do have schoolball pitcher win as well. So you can maybe pair those together on chalkboard if you wanted to. But anyways, like these plays a lot, guys. Lock them in if you like them. Fade them if you don't. Leave a like and comment in this video for a chance at free VIP. Join our Discord if you haven't already. We'd love to have you in there. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video after hopefully we get this sweep.